Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I'm Todd Ronan here with Liz Cross, and we're going to start today's CTT session. But first, Liz has a major announcement to share.
Right now, CTT is supposed to go on coast to coast for the date of July 29th, with Connie Willis. So this is huge, obviously, for all of you coast to coast fans out there. We're excited. For the next 10 days, George and I will be prepping for the show. And there's a lot of prep work involved for a 3-hour show like that. So I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be really great. George has always wanted to get the message out there about CTT, and that has been a struggle that he's had his entire life. So, or not his entire life, but certainly since he created. George is a bit of an inventor, though. He has invented lots of different things. He invented an algebra game, which is excellent. He's invented prediction systems, how you can predict lottery numbers based upon the subconscious selecting different patterns on a computer thing. He's a very interesting man. So this is a big moment for George. I am not sure as of yet whether I am going on the show or not. I certainly will be contributing sort of in the background. But we'll see. I may be going on when he takes live demonstrations. So that's it, really. I mean, coast to coast is kind of a big deal. I used to listen to Coast when I was a kid in the days of Art Bell. Mom would so hopefully you all know Coast to Coast. I think, Ronan, do you listen to Coast now? I mean, you knew it when Art Bell was on.
I haven't listened to it in maybe 10 years. So yeah, I haven't heard it in a long time, but you can go to coasttocoastam.com and check your local radio affiliate listings to find out where it will be broadcast for you. And you can check on the past shows and updated shows, and hopefully they'll update that. I used to speak with one of the producers a long time ago, but that was probably in the 90s. And I haven't talked to Lisa in maybe 15 or 20 years. So, but it's exciting. Congratulations to you, and congratulations to George. We need to
send
George some strong healing techniques, and some power, some strength, some stamina, and some healing. And if you want me to do that with you on the side, I'm happy to do that. My announcement is that my TAP course, Temporal Awareness Perception Remote Viewing, starts next Tuesday. If you're still interested in joining, there are a couple of slots open. You can email remoteviewit@gmail.com or send me a message any other way on my YouTube or Patreon. And I look forward to seeing you all there. It should be a fun 6 weeks to start.
Well, there you go. You've had your coffee this morning.
I've just been up a long time, and I decided that instead of letting the heat get to me, I'm going to use it for energy. So the hotter it gets, the more energetic I get.
Oh my God, that's insane. I know it's hot there. It's hot here too. I love it though. I do. But everybody's got their air conditioning going full blast. So even if you put the temperature down, it's never going to reach that temperature because the power companies are struggling to supply. And I'm surprised we haven't had an electricity cut at the moment. Really.
Well, they never throttle the businesses. That's what they should do. After 7 o'clock, they should just cut down all the power to the businesses that are not running. But instead, they choose the consumer instead.
It's funny, isn't it, how they do that? Yeah, the businesses do stay in full blast aircon power.
So what type of things did Spirit say we should work on today? Does anybody have any suggestions in the chat? You can all be more clickety-clack too and type your messages into the chat, and we'll make sure that we get to them. I wrote down just health for George, awareness and abundance, and a better connection to higher self. But if you had other things we can talk about, we can move into those with CTT.
Okay. I actually have can't wait to do this. Couple weeks ago, we were doing some CTT sessions, and I got the information that, so what the issue is,
You're
so
coming
many
through
healing.
garbled a bit. I don't know if you want to turn off your Wi-Fi or not to make sure that your voice
Oh,
doesn't get collapsed in your speech.
thank you for that reminder. I always have to turn off my Wi-Fi because my Wi-Fi signal's so bad, which is why I never do face-to-face Zoom appointments, because it just won't hold. So what is interesting is I've kind of come to this conclusion. There's so many different healing modalities, but the many different healing modalities out there, because, you know, of course, I do lots of readings. People ask me about lots of different healing modalities that they've tried or that they want to try. But a lot of it is healing with the conscious mind. And when you're healing with the conscious mind, it just doesn't work as well, right? You have to completely let go. And that's what's so great about the CTT. It's we're letting go of what we think is going on, right? We do, our conscious minds do kick in when I say what's left, but we're feeling our way around, right? So we're not consciously saying, well, I believe it's this. It's we're using our intuition, and we're feeling our way around to figure out what we need to clear out next. A lot of healing modalities, when you're using the conscious mind just to heal, it's surface work. It's really strange. It came through in a CTT session. But what we do need to do, and this may be a little painful for somebody today, what happens is we, as we're growing up, right, as we're very little, we're very in tune with energy. Okay, we can feel the energy going on when we're little. We can tell when our parents or our caregivers are in a bad mood, when the energy is bad, you know. And what happens is those energy patterns get stored in our cellular memory. That's why trying to heal with the conscious mind only touches the surface. It doesn't dig down into the cellular memory and the energy patterns that are laid down there. So I thought today, and I'm taking a risk by doing this, and I wonder what you guys think of this, but we unlock powerful cellular memories, because you have to go to the bottom and unlock, and then the healing actually has to be in reverse. So where people think, oh, we're going to heal the conscious mind, then it's going to hit the soul, I find that it doesn't actually manage to hit the soul very well. I feel like we have to go in and hit the soul first, right? And then go subconscious and then process with the conscious mind. So if we actually go and do, you know, tapping to unlock the, painful cellular memories, memories that are trapped in our cells, that promotes that energy because we no longer need it, right? So it's going to be pushed out towards the conscious mind. Now, the bad part is that it could make you remember some traumatic events that you may not want to process right now. But I promise you, if you can process them, you will be able to let them go. And that's it. You don't have to revert back to that pathway ever again, right? So what do you guys think about that?
So we're unlocking the cellular memory of the 21 people that are here in the chat, and we're going to try to make sure that they convey the emotional trauma that they release and tap that away, or do they not need to acknowledge it in the chat?
They can if they want to. or they can just say it out loud as, there's a part of all of us that know how to let go and heal, right? And
Okay.
if it's something that they feel, they can name it off. You know what I mean? That as long as you're verbalizing, when you're verbalizing, you're saying to the universe, hey, this is not serving me well anymore. I don't need it. And so, if you had some really traumatic events happen, okay, you may access those memories. But I just want to reassure you all that by processing them with your conscious mind and say, you know what, yes, that did happen, or maybe that did happen. And you may think and dwell upon it for a few days, okay? But once you process it, I also want you to know when these memories do crop up, just remind yourselves that you didn't cause this, okay? It wasn't because of your actions that you caused these bad memories, right? Because you're little. We're very dependent upon adults and caregivers, parents, siblings, whoever raised you, or helped to raise you, or whoever was in the family unit, or maybe distant family, or extended family like aunties, uncles, cousins, all of that. But you have to understand, you can't sit there blaming yourself for these bad memories. I mean, technically you can, because actually we created all of this before we got down here. So you designed your life plan. But for whatever reason, these traumatic memories, or they could be good memories, that you unlock and you're like, oh wow, yeah, I forgot about that. So you can experience joy. So you probably get a big mixture. But I want to see if we get some good results by unlocking some deep rooted cellular memories. Is that everybody okay with that?
People are in agreement. Yes.
Awesome. Man, you guys are a good crowd. Thank God we got a good crowd, Ronan. So yeah, okay, well, let's go ahead and open. And I'm gonna add some stuff to open this morning, just traditional George Deuceman opening. So let's go. There's a part of all involved that knows how to
There's a part of all involved that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest
easily and joyfully manifest
an optimum etheric pyramid
an optimum etheric pyramid
for the empowerment and protection
for the empowerment and protection
for each one of us, as well as accessing all of the information and connections we need
accessing all of the informations and connections that we need
for this session. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our mind, body, and spirits are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep relief now.
And deep relief now.
So let's all take a deep breath. And I'm going to ground and protect us all, okay? And I've got our spirit teams here. I've asked them to come down to help us all. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
All right, we're going to go traditional today. Let's go George Deuceman style. Treasures. There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
Easily see.
Easily see.
Recognize.
Recognize.
Optimally use.
And optimally use.
and enjoy
and enjoy
the treasures in and all around us.
the treasures in and all around us.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our mind, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission,
Healing, information, permission,
and deep joy now.
and deep joy now.
So let's all take a deep breath. And we're asking our spirit teams and the universe to come in and show us all the treasures that we need, that we can see, recognize, and use, because oftentimes the treasures are right there. We just don't see them, right? Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
That's an issue. Oftentimes we have so many treasures, hints, whispers, all this stuff coming into us, right? We don't see it. And not only do we not see it, we don't recognize it. We don't use it. You know what I mean? Like, and so what happens is the universe then has to send a bigger message and a bigger message and a bigger, until the point the universe is screaming at you like, wake up, right? None of us want to get to that point, because usually when we get to the point where the universe is shouting at us, it's something quite traumatic. We have to experience very traumatic events in order for us to change direction. And that's exactly what happens. But if we see these treasures that are being sent to us, these insights, this guidance, and we recognize it and we use it right then and there, and, you know, hopefully we don't have to go through these massive traumatic events that says, okay, you're changing direction now. You thought you were going to be doing this, this, and this. Actually, no, we're in charge. You're not. And you're going this way, right? Because that's what happens. They're like the officer in the road that says the road is closed. You got to go left, right? You know what I mean? Like you can't go this way anymore. And so that's what crypto, perfect example with crypto. Do you know how many people I have spoken to that were living on their crypto alone? People in their 20s, people in their 30s, people in their 40s, living on crypto. And that was all they were going to do for the rest of their lives. It was quite unfulfilling in a lot of cases, especially with the younger people. Very unfulfilling. They were sitting around, wasting their time, not being productive. They weren't going to school. They weren't taking on new qualifications. They weren't saving. And what happened? Rug pull. There you go, out. And they've, you know, everybody's now had to go back to school, get a qualification, open a business, get a job, right? All these things have now come into play. I actually, as much as you all will hate me saying this, don't think the crash is such a bad thing. Yes, I'm sorry everybody lost money. Okay, I am. I don't want anybody to lose money. But if it means that you are going to take stock of your life and you say, hey, you know what? Living on crypto is very volatile. What happens when I turn 50 and I'm living on crypto and I have, for those of us in the States, I have no health insurance and I get a major medical event that wipes out my entire holdings, right? Spirit knows what they're doing, folks. It's just the way it is. And, you know, you just have to go with it. So all of you that are making all these changes in your life where you were just living on crypto and that was it, and you thought you were going to live like that forever, I'm glad you're all making those positive changes. Also, just want to say, we're going to go into the CTT now, but for those of you that have started the CTT, whether you're live with us this morning or you are listening to this recording. Once we start going into it, I ask that you stay until the bitter end, okay? Because if we're removing energy from you, and you will have energy go from you, you will feel lighter. You need to stay to the end so I can ground, protect, and refill that space, okay? Because we're 100% energetic beings. We operate on 100% energy. I know it doesn't feel like that, right? Sometimes when we're sluggish and I have no energy today. Well, you do. We always have 100%. When you're removing part of that energy from your being, okay, you've now got holes in there. And let me tell you, negative energy, dark energy operates faster than white light energy. So you better believe those negative holes or those holes will be filled with negativity. So you've just got rid of one set of problems and you've left yourself open for a whole new set of problems. So if you stay, I ask that you stay to the bitter end, the very end, and we fill in those spaces. That's a very, very important step. Okay, so let's go for the unlocking of all kinds of cellular memories. Are you ready, Ronan?
Yeah,
You're so enthusiastic this morning. That brightens my
I
day.
have 100% of energy.
You certainly do. I feel like I'm operating on about 10%. I've just had a really crazy weekend with readings, like reading, CTT, reading, CTT. It's been really busy. So let's go. We're going to do all involved and we're going to use an affirmation tail ender process. Okay. There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
There's a part of all of us that knows how to
Easily and joyfully manifest the optimum unlocking of painful and joyful cellular memories. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now. It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease. Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love. Healing, information, permission. And deep relief now. So let's all take a deep breath. I'm already getting quite a lot of information coming in here now. Information transfer is now complete. So be it, it is done. All right. Drop in the chat what you guys got when you got that round of tapping. When we did that round of tapping. Ronan, what did you get?
I didn't get much. I was focused on my body sensations. I didn't feel much of a negativity coming through.
Okay. Well, that's good. For you, that's great. Does Daisy Doodle sit next to you when we do the tapping?
She raised her head. Wondered if what you wanted to ask of her. Yeah, she's right here. So she doesn't bark.
So you know what? Our animals, like I noticed when we're doing CTT, our animals are very receptive to it as well. They can feel the energy moving around, you know, because animals know that they can feel it. They see it. They probably see energy also. All right. So I got fear, anger, you know, the usual ones, vibration in lower legs. Woohoo. Yay. I got an image in mind of a clenched fist. Yes. Who's got a headache? Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah, it can. You're right, Miss Betty. And thank you all for being here. Okay, let's let go of these negatives that are attached. So they're acting as blockages for us accessing these memories. Okay, so let's go. There's a part of all involved that knows how to. Let go and heal. all of this anger,
all of this anger,
uncontrollable negative emotions.
uncontrollable negative emotion.
I can't handle the trauma.
I can't handle this trauma.
I'm scared of what I may discover.
I'm scared of what I may discover.
I may end up hating myself.
I may end up hating myself.
It's taken me a long time to love myself.
It has taken me a long time to love myself.
I feel that I may go back in reverse.
I feel that I may go backwards or in reverse.
Yeah. What else? There was an image of a clenched fist.
What's better is left in the past.
Yes, that's a good one. What's better? What's in the past should be left in the past. It should not be brought forward. The problem with that is you never heal from it and you carry it on and on into the next lifetime. I don't know how to cope if I uncover these memories.
I don't know how to cope if I uncover these memories.
How will I process them?
How will I process them?
What else? Anything else?
Just darkness and fear.
Darkness and fear. All right. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our mind, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep relief now.
And deep relief now.
So let's all take a deep breath. And we are not going to be scared of these memories. We can handle the opening and unlocking of this energetic spaces. These energetic spaces we no longer need, because all of these memories are now holding us back in some way, shape, or form, right? They're acting as blockages. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
My body is buzzing.
Yeah, my hands are buzzing, so I'm trying to send, white light energy out to everyone around, but they're vibrating very strongly.
We are. We're a vibrating group this morning. Oh, that's so sweet. I have my granddaughter in the same room, but she doesn't like watching me tap for some reason. She put a blanket over me. Oh, that's really sweet. You know what? You know why she put the blanket over you? Because she is very sensitive to that energy and she's scared of it. Okay. I was the same. When my mom, right, because you all know my mom was a psychic medium, so was my grandmother, great grandmother, goes through the lineage. My mom used to hold seances when I was like 4 years old. I'm sitting in on her on her seances, right? And it's scary. It's scary for a little kid. It's like, what is happening to me? Because actually children, when you start opening up portals and things like that, which is exactly what we're doing today, they feel it and they understand somehow in the subconscious or in the soul how vulnerable they are. Okay, so that's what's going on there. Bless her little cotton socks. Yeah. So what did you guys get? Oh, she's 4. You see, there you go, prime age. I was 4 when I was doing seances with my mom. Well, I wasn't doing them. I was just sitting there. I didn't know what the hell was going on. Not at first. I was like, okay, why does it feel like somebody's like prizing my throat open and prizing my third eye open and prizing my chest open? Why do I feel like I want to cry? Why do I feel like this information is powerful? Because children, they feel it more than we do. We're sort of shut off from all of that, right?
We're conditioned through life to ignore it.
Yeah.
But you're not conditioned as a child to know what to ignore. My
Yeah.
third eye is open and buzzing, says Miss Betty.
Oh, good job. Well, we like your third eye being open, Miss Betty. You tell us the crypto calls. Okay, so I'm still getting like a lot of anger. Excuse me. Now, I don't know if the anger, let me see, is the anger coming in from the person that we're opening? No. It seems like a lot of us have pushed down anger into our cellular memories. So it feels like we've taken off a layer that blocked us from accessing it. Now we're accessing it. So let's pull out these memories. All right, let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There's a part of all of us that knows how to
let go and heal.
let go and heal.
This energy that is held in our cellular memory,
This energy that is held in our cellular memory.
anger,
Anger,
frustration.
frustration.
I am not good enough.
I am not good enough.
I am not worthy.
I am not worthy.
These people don't love me.
These people don't love me.
I am a burden.
I am a burden.
I am stupid.
I am stupid.
I am in the way.
I am in the way.
Anything else?
Sadness,
Sadness, regret, fear.
regret, and fear.
I wish I never came down to the earth plane.
I wish I never came down to this earth plane.
What else? Anything else? My mere existence is a burden to everyone I come in contact with.
My mere existence is a burden to everyone I come into contact with.
I'm not good in school.
I'm not good in school.
I can't read.
I can't read.
And whoever that was, they've got a form of dyslexia. I am inadequate.
I am inadequate in cryptos.
Crypto. These people do not like me.
These people do not like me.
I am just too plain. I don't stand out and I'm not special.
I am too plain. I don't stand out and I am not special.
I have no talents or gifts.
I have no talents or gifts.
I make my parents angry.
I make my parents angry.
What else?
This life is hard.
This life is hard. Why did I have to come back down here?
Why did I have to come back down?
Ooh, I can feel this big time now. The part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our mind, body, and spirits are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep relief now.
And deep relief now.
So everyone take a deep breath. And if there was any negative emotions or feelings or images that you got, that I did not say, then please let those go now by verbalizing them. Lots and lots of anger.
All of these feelings of
trapped. We're trapped by these cellular memories, these negative feelings. They trap us in so many ways. Ooh, the information transfer is now complete.
information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
We haven't hit the bullseye yet. What's left?
The anger people are holding on to because they were wronged. I think that
Absolutely. Anger. You know what came up right after I said, so be it, it is done? I hate you, right? So it was as if somebody's caregiver or somewhere, teachers are caregivers too, guys. When we send our little ones off to school at 5 years old, they're in the hands of another caregiver, and you just hope that that caregiver shows kindness and love like we do at home, right? Because it's huge sending your little five is so young, sending a little 4-year-old off to school for these long school days where they're just absolutely pummeled with information constant. These kids don't get to play anymore, and so they're not processing, because play is actually processing. You're taking in information, then you're playing, and you're processing that information, and you're understanding how that information is used, right? They don't do that anymore. They're just, it's an onslaught of information all the time. It's really kind of ridiculous what we've gotten ourselves into. But anyway, don't get me on that tangent. I hate you. And there's still a lot of sadness revolving around me. What do you guys get?
Defensiveness and belligerence, anxiety. I feel toxic.
Anxiety, defensiveness, belligerence, toxic, shameful. Oh, that's a good one. Because, of course, as children, we always feel shame, don't we? Fantastic. Those are all very good. What else? I can never get it right. Okay, perfect. I can never get it right. Perfect. Right. Okay. Ronan, are you able to read off what's in the chat?
Yeah.
Great. I'll start out with the I hate you, sadness, despair, I'm powerless, and then I'll let you take over. There's a part of all involved that knows how to.
There's a part of all involved that knows how to.
Let go and heal.
Let go and heal.
People shouting at me.
People shouting at me.
People throwing things at me.
People throwing things at me.
People teasing me and hurting my feelings.
People teasing me, being disappointed in me, and hurting my feelings.
Being disappointed in me. Good one. I hate you.
I hate you.
I wish you were never born.
I wish you were never born.
Shame.
Shame.
Sadness.
Sadness.
Take it away, Ronan.
Defensiveness and belligerence.
Defensiveness and belligerence. I feel powerless.
I feel powerless. A feeling of deep-seated toxicity.
A feeling of deep-seated toxicity.
Feeling that I can never get it right.
The feeling I can never get it right. Whatever I do is not good enough.
A feeling that I have to be many different people for many different people.
Ooh, the feeling that I have to be many different people for many different people. A chameleon of sorts.
A chameleon, or wear many masks.
Many masks, yes. Absolutely, that's a good one. How do I make these people love me?
How do I make these people love me?
How do we stop the fighting?
How do we stop the fighting?
Anything else? All right. You want to take it away, Ronan? You want me to finish?
Go ahead.
All right. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our mind, body, and spirits are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep relief now.
And deep relief now.
So let's all take a deep breath. Why does this keep happening to me? I can't control this situation. It's totally out of control. There you go. That was the bullseye. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Okay, that last statement there that came through from somebody was, I can't control the situation. how do I, like, how do we stop it? Did you feel it all lift off of you with that statement? That's where it went whoosh.
I saw
I
smoke
felt it.
billowing, so
Hmm?
I saw smoke billowing out, so a good sign. White smoke billowing out.
Oh, thank God it was white smoke and not black smoke, because black smoke is not good.
I thought I'd clarify.
Thank you for that clarification. If anybody sees black smoke or black mist coming up from their floor, you need to cleanse, 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 and keep cleansing. Okay. Because that is a sign of the dark. I have had that before. It scared the hell out of me. Wow. I feel so much lighter. How do you feel?
Ben felt an energy change. I feel like waves of energy radiating off me. I had a weird feeling in my eyebrow area, part of my head, like a tightness and shock.
Eyebrow area. Oh, okay. That's your third eye. You're all right. You're good. That's because we're sort of, as we're doing this, we're activating the third eye, right? It could be that those deep rooted memories were acting as blockages for you accessing information. So if you get like third eye buzzing, throat feeling a little tight, well, the throat feeling tight means something's stuck there. But if it feels like somebody's got their hands in your throat and they're ripping it open, that's opening up. Okay. Crown of your head tingling, scalp tingling, scalp buzzing, crown buzzing. Those are all good signs. What else do we have here? Uh-oh, nauseous. Okay, just it's the energy wave. So just try to take it easy for a second. What else is left? I feel that that's pretty clear now. How do you guys feel?
I would just say, yeah, you need to drink some water to help with that nauseousness. I think it's difficult to move all that energy around that's inside of you and not rehydrate the body with positivity. But we'll do that shortly. So the energy
Yeah.
that's been removed, we're going to make sure that we cleanse those spaces and then protect you with it.
Absolutely. And again, if anybody, when we're peeling these layers off, and I always tell this to my private CTT readings, if you then have an emotion that comes up, right, that you're not used to feeling, so suddenly you feel like really depressed after the CTT session, or you feel guilty, or you feel, regret, whatever negative emotion, anger, rage is cropping up there, okay, just quickly do a round to tap it away. And you'll do that by, there's a part of me that knows how to let go and heal. And whatever that emotion is or emotions that you're feeling, just rattle them off verbally, right? And then part of my being is willing to inform the rest of me now. Just finish up the tapping. Sometimes that does happen where you start peeling these layers off and something else will crop up there. But I feel pretty good. So are you guys ready to manifest?
I've seen no complaints. We're ready to full steam ahead.
Well, Miss Betty feels good. So we know Miss Betty feels good. We're good to go, right? All right, full steam ahead. What do you want to manifest, Ronan? What do you guys want?
I want to manifest abundance and health for George Duzman and ourselves.
Okay, joyful abundance, because if you don't use the words joyful, right, you can have an abundance, but it could be really bad.
Weed,
right?
Bugs. Yeah. Okay.
Plagues. What are the plagues? Like frogs, warts, or I can't remember. Wasn't it like
Locusts and
blisters,
cicadas.
boils?
Yeah.
Yeah. Locusts, more raging heat, so you always have to use the word joyful. All right. So
balance and peace for this crazy world. Do you want Liz's house to burn down? We're not going to do that right now. There's a lot of craziness out there.
Please don't say that. Because
No, we're gonna keep the world at bay and use it for ourselves in CTT, not a greater manifestation of those outside the sphere.
But peace, inner peace, inner peace within us and peace all around us. How about that? That's good. Because some people need peace. I mean, they do. You know, some people have very disruptive lives. They live in households where people don't get along. They live with difficult people. Peace is good.
We can do individual inner peace and solitude and joyful abundance and health.
Okay, let's go. There's a part of all involved that knows how to.
There's a part of all involved that knows how to
Easily and joyfully manifest.
Easily and joyfully manifest.
Optimum joyful abundance.
Optimum joyful abundance.
Optimum inner peace.
Optimum inner peace.
Optimum guidance.
Optimum guidance.
Optimum health for ourselves and George Duzman.
Optimum health for ourselves and George Duzman.
And anything else that we need.
And anything else that we need.
To make our lives joyful and better.
To make our lives joyful and better.
Anything else anybody wants to add? No? All right. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our mind, body, and spirits are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep relief and joy now.
And deep relief and joy now.
So let's all take a deep breath. And we're going to send out all of those healing energies to wherever we want it to go. If you want world peace, then yeah, we can send those healing out. Sick relatives, sick friends, people that are in despair that need our help and guidance and insights. And I'm going to ask our spirit teams to take all the negatives up into the spirit world, transmute it into white light energy. Now I'm going to ground and protect. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Okay, my scalp is tingling now.
I feel very light and buoyant and just feathery.
Didn't they want the locust for the new wave burgers? Oh man, that's funny. That's hilarious. Oh goodness, you guys are funny. I'm glad you feel buoyant. That's a good descriptor word. Let me ask you, in your remote viewing class, do you use nouns or do you use verbs or do you use adjectives? Or do you use all of them?
We use everything and I tell you where to put it. My stage 4 has less columns, but you can get more information out of it. And it's based on like all the other remote viewing methods smashed down into one. So it's the whole process is learning how you perceive data more quickly and knowing where to put it.
Great. Awesome.
And we stand up too. We walk around too. We use our full body immersion to get information about the target instead of just our pen on the paper or, you know, sniffing things and smelling things.
Awesome. I was doing a reading over the weekend and I was like, okay, I can smell and taste marijuana. This is not good. And they were like, yeah, that was one of my questions. Should I quit smoking weed? I was like, yes, you should immediately. Okay. Because you know, that's you're damaging your lungs, and why do you need drugs when you got
your brain? Yeah.
And your brain, but why does anybody need drugs when you got the CTT? I mean, my head is actually rolling from side to side. So if you feel like you need to roll your head a bit, that's because the vibrational energy is so high.
I was doing
Okay.
that too. Dawn Marie
You
says
are.
she's feeling shaky tears running down her eyes. She's not sure why, because it's a very cathartic experience.
Wow. You're very sensitive. You're always very sensitive. I'm looking forward to speaking with you. And I think it's a week or two. I'm looking forward to that. Okay, you guys, I'm feeling good. Is everybody feeling good?
Yeah, if you're not feeling good, let us know quickly so we can take a look at it and try to send you some healing modalities for it. But if you are, great.
Any intel? Any intel from the readings? This, yeah, you know, look, what the big thing that's standing out to me is, remember 2 years ago or more, for those of you that have been with me for that long, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so appreciative. We were putting out information that, I feel like there's a problem with the exchanges. And I kept getting, I don't know what it is, but there's a problem with the exchanges. I feel like the exchanges have been hacked. That was the best way I could describe it. Like this massive hacking, this massive, nobody can do anything on the exchanges. You know what I mean? Like all the money's gone. Well, that was my logical mind trying to explain what information I was getting. And that's a challenge. And remote viewing will actually teach you how to do that very well, where you're getting information and now you have to put it into logical terms. But that's what I kept getting. Well, now look what's happening, guys. Look, exchanges are freezing up. There's no money. They're inoperable. They're going bankrupt. They've been found out that they were running some sort of scheme. I asked about Coinbase the other day because I woke up to the news that somebody texted me an article that said Coinbase transactions, a lot of people weren't able to pull their money off of Coinbase. And so now we're seeing that the problem is within the exchanges. They're taking the money. I'm not saying all of them, but they're taking the money, they're spending it, they're promising this high interest rate for staking or loans or whatever all this stuff is that they promise. And the money's not there to back it, right? So guess what? Now they're frozen. The Celsius, we got the information that Voyager, was a scam. And now look what's happened. Voyager, I think, is being shut down or is bankrupt. And I just feel like it's going to be the domino effect. I really do. And as much as these exchanges have good intentions, I just feel that if the money's not there, folks, the money's not there. So just be very, very careful. You shouldn't have a lot of money sitting on that exchange. If you're worried, excuse me, if you're worried about your cryptos on the exchange, now Ronan, you'll have to correct me on this because I'm not a crypto expert. I don't know how I don't invest in crypto very much, maybe a couple $100, and I can't even get that off the exchange because they're like, you got to have a minimum amount of cryptos to withdraw and I'm like, really? That's kind of crazy too. But if somebody has a lot sitting on the exchange and you're worried about it and the exchange could freeze, would you be safe by putting your cryptos off the exchange in a cold wallet? I mean, would that save your cryptos? Could you then take that cold wallet and then open up on another exchange if you wanted to sell?
We'd have to ask someone else here. I don't know cold wallet tech.
Or cold storage.
Paul says yes.
Right. Thank you for that. So that's one way around it, guys. The trust wallet is Binance US, I believe. As much as we all like Binance and all of these things, right? The big ones, Coinbase, Binance, KuCoin, I think they're all on shaky ground. If the US, which they're talking about, I keep seeing this massive regulation coming in, okay? If the regulation comes in and they decide to halt this trading overnight, what are you going to do?
Cry.
Right. Well, you won't cry if your cryptos are off the exchange and in cold storage, right? You're not going to cry if they're in cold storage. You are going to cry if they're held on the exchange or held within a wallet that has to use a particular exchange to cash out, right? Then you're going to cry. But with all this going on, Coinbase is on shaky ground, and I keep saying that. Binance, I feel, is on shaky ground. It's okay for right now, but they're going to be one of the most highly regulated exchanges. And trust me, the governments do not like crypto. They don't like it. They can't control it. They're relying upon you being honest. They're relying upon the exchanges being honest. They don't even know who's running these exchanges half the time. So just be mindful that you can keep your holdings on a cold storage. So if one exchange does go down, the one you normally use, well, you can hopefully then use another one and cash out. Because the last thing, I will tell you, I've got people that have money on Celsius Exchange that is well over $100,000, and they can't get it out. That is a lot of money, right? $100 is a lot of money to me, but 100,000 plus, right? That's a lot of money. Can you imagine the exchange? You bought your, Ethereum very, very cheap, and you made boatloads of money off your Ethereum, right? And then because of whatever reason, the high interest rates or the high staking rates that this Celsius exchange was offering, they then moved their, coins over to Celsius. And guess what? They can't touch it. They can't get their money back. That's theft, right? In my eyes, that's theft. In their eyes, it's, we don't have the money, we're bankrupt, sorry. And hopefully something will give where these people can get their money back. But just be careful. So that was really what was coming in on the readings. The volatility.
Christy says hard wallet, Ledger, Trezor, or SafePay. And Paul says Ledger or Trezor. Are those two safe? Do you like Ledger or Trezor?
Okay. See, there we go. We got our crypto experts coming in now. Well, so that was coming through, and then there was a lot of questions about it was a lot of personal stuff this weekend too, but a lot of questions about what sort of weapons were going to be used. Are we going to be hit with tsunamis and things like that? So right now, coming to the end of the year, I don't see us at the moment being hit with any like major weapon attacks or tsunamis, major weather events. So then, did you get anything? Have you gotten anything in your viewing, Ronan?
No, but I wouldn't be surprised to see fire tornadoes because it's so hot.
Fire tornadoes. Jesus, I've never thought about that.
I don't see any of that happening, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, God. Don't say it, Ronan. Don't say it. I've had tornadoes rip up, parts of our house before. It was a mess.
Very terrible.
It is. And it happens so quick. There's nothing you can do. Okay, so let's close. I think we're all feeling good. Let's close. And this is the most important part, is the closing. All right. There's a part of all involved that knows how to.
There's a part of all involved that knows how to.
Easily and joyfully manifest.
Easily and joyfully manifest.
Optimum guidance.
Optimum guidance.
Positive emotional fulfillment.
Positive emotional fulfillment.
Gratitude.
Gratitude.
Self-love.
Self-love.
And anything else we need.
And anything else that we need.
To help us process these events as they come up.
To help us process these events as they come up.
They're part of our being. Oh, sorry. And all of those wonderful spaces we just opened up.
And all of those wonderful spaces that we just opened up.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
Doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our mind, body, and spirits are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission,
And deep joy now.
and deep joy now.
So let's all take a deep breath. Ground and protect. Spirit teams, thank you for helping us today. Oh, they're waving. You're welcome. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
All right. Is everybody feeling good?
Yeah, I feel like I'm in a float tank, which, just calm, serenity.
Well, we like that. Well, you guys have a great week. Thank you so much for coming today, listening, tapping along with us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You always bring so much good energy, joy, and, just lots of good vibrational energy to the group. So thank you so much, everybody. Ronan, thank you for helping to lead. I really appreciate that. And you guys have a good week. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. It's great seeing you. And if you have any questions, make sure you visit. If you have things that come up later this week, you can post it to the Discord or the Deep Minds Probe. And if you want to book a reading with Liz, go to remoteviewingandbeyond.com. Thanks. We look forward to seeing everybody again next week and on the information airwaves.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Bye, everybody.